Boom! What it do? Live from the GHS Sports Radio Studios and the GHS Sports Network. This is... Hold on now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not hearing me. I'm not hearing me through my headphones. I'm hearing music, and I'm not exactly sure where that music is coming from. So y'all bear with me just a second so I can figure out what the hell is going on here. That is crazy. I don't even know where the music's coming from. Alright, okay, there it is. Oh, I can hear me. There we go. Okay, so, wow. So I had my, and we'll get back into my intro here in a second. I had my kids this weekend, and they come to the studio every once in a while, which is fine with me. I don't have a problem with it, as long as they don't mess shit up. But so apparently they opened Minecraft on my computer, and that's what I was hearing. And so anyways, for the GHS Sports Radio Studios, now that we got that out of the way, got that cleared up, and the GHS Sports Network, the all-new Motorsports Week Wrap-Up. This is something that I've wanted to do ever since I thought about getting into radio. I got a lot of family members that tune in to hear me, and they've been asking me about when I was going to do my Motorsports Week Wrap-Up. So here we go. The all-new, the debut of the Motorsports Week Wrap-Up. Y'all can also catch me on the rant. But we are presented by Guapaholic Entertainment and Anchor Collision Center in Warner Robins. Call Rick at 478-922-9090. 478-922-9090. So, we got a lot going on. I'm debuting the second show. I got the rant that I try to do 2 or 3 times a week. And between Facebook, YouTube, Anchor, Google Podcasts, iTunes, we're trying to get on everything here in the next couple of weeks. So y'all keep an eye out for that. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/James Lassiter, facebook.com/The Rant. Hit us up on Twitter at facebook.com or on at Radio Guy 15. I am all out of sorts because Jaden had everything messed up. So I am going to. All right, there we go. Let's see if that fixed it. There we go. All right. You can email us at jhsportsradio@gmail.com. It is good to be here tonight on a Sunday evening. So, like I said, we're out of Atlanta, and there was some nasty weather to move through here. So there's a new package, and for those of y'all who don't know about the package that they're running, basically what it comes down to is they've opened the whole front end of these cars, and it's supposed to punch a huge hole in the air. With the way that the air goes in and goes around the car, it's supposed to create a big hole. And so you get drafting, and you get all these other different aspects that are supposed to make the racing better. But we had bad weather come through, so I only had the opportunity to watch about the last 80 laps. and it was a massive letdown. Whenever I turned it on with, I think there was 78 to go when I turned it on. And I was like, all right, you got the weather out the way. Let's see what's going on with this thing. I've been keeping up with it. There were, at the time, I believe there were 14 cars on the lead lap. I said, hold on, time out. Y'all sat here for an entire season talking about just wait till next year, just wait till the package, everything's going to get better. After 2 weeks, we can go back to the old way. Cause this package is crap. It's crap. First of all, it's kind of like, let's use baseball for example. You have the minor leagues, right? You have A ball, double A ball, triple A ball, then the major leagues, right? So now you have, in this sense, you have the trucks, Nationwide, or Xfinity, and Cup. Why are the Xfinity cars faster than the Cup cars? Oh, well, the drivers bitched for years. You got to make them harder to drive. Make it more about the driver. All right, cool. So we do that. Oh, well, now they're too hard to drive. Well, what do you want? What do you want? Make up your mind. They, they're doing everything that y'all are asking them to do, and it's just not right. And now we got to this, and this is just crap. I mean, last week, I think they finished with 6 cars on the lead lap. Today, they finished with, I believe they finished, I don't know how many they finished with on the lead lap today, honestly. But it's crap. So the package itself is crap. I thought after Atlanta, I said, you know what? That's an abrasive racetrack. It eats up tires. Handling comes into play. I said, they didn't have the whole front end opened at Atlanta. This was the first week that they had the new package, the new package. And it was crap. So, with that being said, let me talk about Kyle Busch. Because Kyle Busch is by far the most talented race car driver I've ever seen. Ever. I mean, for years and years and years that I've been around this sport and watching it and paying attention. And I dig past just the, as everybody says, they're going in circles. I dig way past that. I look at the, what is it about 2 cars that come out the same shop that drive completely different? Well, you got 2 different drivers, 2 different driving styles. You got, there's a whole scientific thing that goes into this. And it doesn't matter what you put under Kyle Busch. He will make something happen. So I want to talk about him because he had an opportunity to do something today that he's the only one who's ever done it. He had an opportunity to sweep all 3 races in one weekend, to win all 3 of them. For those who don't know, a sweep is winning all 3 races in one weekend. He came up 2 spots short. So, he goes down to the truck series, and he's only allowed to run, I think, 5 truck races a year. And he's only allowed to run, I don't know how many Xfinity races. And then, of course, he's going to run all the Cup races. But whenever he goes to these lower series, everybody's like, he dominates. He's just that damn good. It's not so much the team as much as it is, he's just that damn good. He can get the most out of his equipment every single week, every race. I mean, I don't know how many times in the Xfinity and trucks he gets busted for speeding on pit road, or, yesterday he had a loose wheel, and he bounced back and won the damn things. There's no holding him back. He was busted today, speeding on pit road, came back to finish 3rd. It is absolutely amazing what that man can do behind the wheel. So, I'm not going to go out there and say that Kyle Busch is the greatest of all time. He is the most talented I've ever seen. I'm not going to go as far as to say he's the greatest. Yes, there is a difference. But Kyle Busch, the talent-wise, absolutely amazing. So let's turn to his brother Kurt, because I had a conversation with one of my good buddies. He is going to be on this show at some point, but I had a conversation with him. I said I'm really interested to see what Kurt, Kyle's brother, can do in that one car, because if you remember, for those of y'all who have paid attention over the last several years, the one car has been driven by Jamie McMurray. He retired, moved up to the Fox Sports booth, and you know he was barely getting top tens, and top 10 to 11 to 20 seemed to be Jamie McMurray's area, right? Not much has changed, but you got to do a more talented driver over there now. And so I spoke to JR. I said, do you think that Kurt is going to have success in that one car? And he told me no. I said, I think you're wrong. I think he will. I said, I think the difference is the driver. And once Kurt Busch got into that one car, he has, through 4 races, including the shootout. We've been running now for 4 straight weeks. You had the shootout, you had the 500, you had last week at Atlanta, you had today at Vegas. He has put together 3 top 5s. I haven't done the homework on this. I'm not sure how many top 5 Jamie McMurray put up all the last year. And Kurt's already got 3 so far this year. And if it wasn't for something that wasn't his fault at Daytona, who knows? He could have 4. Because he's a hell of a speedway driver. So it's absolutely incredible what he's done. So I want to give a big shout out. And apparently this could be his last year. He hasn't come out and said he is retiring, but this could be his last year. So I do think he's going to win in that one car at some point this year. Now, let's move on to Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski. Penske Racing found something. They found something. And I know that they've been running that that Mustang in the Xfinity Series for forever. But they have found something. They've got speed. They have won last week and this week. Last week, Joey Logano could have won Atlanta. Did. This week, won Vegas. Did. Last week, Brad Keselowski won Atlanta. This week, finished second. They have found something in those Penske cars. Even Ryan Blaney led for a little bit today. So they have found something in those Penske Fords. And maybe it's just the style. Because I do think, not so much in the sense of the way they drive, but I think with the lack of horsepower and things like that, I do think they drive a little bit more like Xfinity cars. I'm not talking so much handling in the draft and things like that, but I'm just talking about those Xfinity drivers that have driven those cars with less horsepower. I think, this is just me, and like I said, it's only been 2 weeks. Today was the first time with the full package. I think that those drivers that have been in the Xfinity Series for the last couple of years, they're the ones who are going to find the most success. Again, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, people like that. I think this is going to benefit them more than anything. Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick. I think this is going to benefit them. So only time will tell. Give it a couple more weeks. They're going to a 2-mile oval next week. That seems to be Kyle Busch's playground. So maybe he'll get that win next week. He's only 3 wins away from hitting 200. So that'll be very. I'm not going to go. Okay. I've had this conversation with JR as well. I say Jimmy Johnson's the greatest to ever do it, and this is why. Jimmy Johnson, whenever he came in, Jeff Gordon was dominating the sport, right? Jimmy Johnson came in, Jeff Gordon fell off a map. Now, he was still competitive, but I'm talking about in wins. He fell off a map. There were years that he was going without wins, and Jimmy Johnson was racking up 6, 7 wins. Jimmy Johnson has won 7 championships, I believe it's 84 wins, 7 championships. And he's won championships in every model, with every point system. He won at a couple of championships in that that old round body style, the Monte Carlo. Then he came out and he wanted the car tomorrow. He won a championship in the Gen 6 car. He won a championship in the old point system. He won a championship in the, okay. Jimmy Johnson was not around, but for, I think, 1 year of the old point system. But he's won every different style of chase that they've done. He's won a championship in every single one of them. Even whenever you got the Final Four, everybody said, Jimmy Johnson won't go down to Homestead and win the championship, because all the other times that he's had the opportunity to win a championship at Homestead, all he had to do was run 16. And then he went down there and win the damn race at Homestead. So he's won every way, and he's won in every car. I call him the greatest, because if you look back, I mean, Richard Petty won 200 Cup races whenever he was racing people who didn't have any money. They didn't have the funding that Richard Petty had. Hell, Wood Brothers didn't even race every week. So I like to say that Richard Petty's 200 wins are a little bit skewed. And, you know, for Kyle Busch to win, I think he's got 53, 51, and 51. Or no, I'm sorry. 93, 51, and 51. Or maybe it's 53, 91, and 51. I don't remember. But he's got 197 wins. He's 3 away from getting to 200. I believe he'll get to 200 before we get off this West Coast swing. And I'm absolutely thrilled to see this new package moving forward. As of right now, I'm going to call it a bust. I don't think it's very good. I watched practice this week and I said, oh, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be fantastic. And it wasn't. It was crap. So, I'll be on next week for to wrap up the race weekend. Again, Kyle Busch won the truck race. Kyle Busch won the Xfinity race. He finished 3rd. Joey Logano won today. I thought Brad Keselowski was going to get him on the last lap, but he didn't. Kevin Harvick, I believe, finished 4th, and Kurt Busch was 5th. So it was a good week for the Fords. They got 3 of the top 5, and then you had 1 Toyota, Kyle Busch, 1 Chevrolet, Kurt Busch. So y'all be back. I'll be back next week. Y'all tune in. I will be in the rant tomorrow, so y'all look for that. I need to talk a little AAF football, and I have one thing. I had a conversation with some people today about the AAF and who needs to join the AAF. So y'all tune in for the rant tomorrow. Outside of that, you have been in the Motorsports Week wrap up with James Lasser. I am your host. Again, check us out on GHS Sports Radio. At Mr. Payton, at RadioGuy15, Facebook.com/James Lassers, Facebook.com/The Rant. We have been presented by Anchor Collision Center in Warner Robins. Check them out. Y'all check out my guy, Mike Foreign Van Diver, on YouTube and SoundCloud. His newest album is Closer to My Dreams. I will get it out in a minute. I am sorry. It is late. So y'all bear with me. So y'all check us out. Have a good evening. Peace. I still got one more to do.